I actually went to a uni open day in college when I was 16 or 17, and it was mainly predominantly for nurses, and then one of the lecturers took me aside because I was interested in looking at the mannequin with all the surgical stuff around it.
Right the way through school, I always wanted to be able to help people.
For me, it was personal experiences within the family, seeing other people be cared for, and I suppose that was my motivation.
I was a support worker with adults with autism and learning disabilities. From that I wanted to further my skills and come to the hospitals, which I've done. Through the Walton Centre I've done an apprenticeship, which has allowed me to go to university to do my nursing.
I've always wanted to care for people. I know I wanted to go into the medical profession, I just didn't know what. And then after I came to Liverpool, I knew I definitely wanted to come to the Walton Centre.
My wife actually suggested that I might find it interesting. She's a nurse.
I have a lot of nurses in my family. My sisters, they are nurses, and fortunately I met with my better half, my wife, as a nurse. She's a nurse as well.
From when I was young, from when I was only probably about so high, I wanted to be a nurse, I wanted to care for people, I wanted to really make a difference and be able to help people, and that's what's really important to me.
It's really exciting, it's something different. As a child I always used to love watching stuff like Holby City and that on the telly, so to actually be in a real life operating theatre, it's really interesting, especially because you get to work with so many different teams and people. Being able to see the patients you care for get better and go home, and from seeing them locally and then to be coming back to the way they were, it's nice to see.
Love the profession, love that we can provide the care we provide.
As I say, we all help each other out, we all back each other up. If there's any crisis going on, you'll find ODPs there.
We have a lot more autonomy to be able to make changes that better improve the patient's outcome.
It was my wish when I become a nurse that one day I will work in UK. I heard when I was going to be a nurse that NHS is the best.
I joined at a really difficult time, I think, just as COVID hit, and then qualified not long after, so I found it quite difficult, but I feel like I've been really supported throughout. I feel like it's changed a lot even in the last couple of years that I've been qualified, but in a really positive way, with patients just at the heart of everything.
It's been amazing to see how nursing and allied health professionals, in fact the whole of the NHS has stepped up. But obviously being a nurse, I'm really proud of the nurses and the way in which they've done that. You know, we walk down corridors, we walk into departments and everyone welcomes each other, they smile. You know, it's a very friendly, interactive organisation. So anyone wanting to come and work at the Walton Centre, this is the place to come to.
We've got a very high standard of care. I'm not being biased, but to say so myself, it's a really, really good trust to work for.
Yeah, I think it's an amazing place to work at, the Walton Centre. Like Georgia said, we're like a big family. Everyone knows everyone. And it's such good teamwork as well.
The teamwork's brilliant. We all get on great with one another, and there's a variety of roles that we can do as well within the department.
I really like the high standards of care. I find that everybody at the Walton Centre is really hard working. The medical staff, the nursing staff, we're all here for the same reason, and it's encouraged that you move practice forward, that you bring new ideas, and you're really well supported by the senior nursing team to enable you to do that.
And I'm really enjoying myself being a nurse working with Walton Centre.
I find it quite rewarding looking after my patients because they are very complex cases that we see at the Walton Centre. I take pride in working at the Walton Centre and for the care that and the job that I do every day.
I experienced a lot of trust throughout my training, and I just felt like the support offered here is second to none. The care that we give is second to none. I wouldn't want to work anywhere else.
I chose this hospital because it's the only specialised hospital in the UK for neurology and neurosurgery.
It has such a huge impact on patients and their families, and we want to be able to really make that difference. And sometimes it's the little things that have the huge impact, the hand-holding, the support, and sometimes the hand-holding and not even saying anything, but just being present when the patient needs it most is most rewarding.